You know when you tell your friend that you should start a podcast?
That's what we did.
Hi, my name is Tati.
And my name is Esme.
This is the Soul and Sips podcast.
Come and have a sip with us. Hello. I don't know why we're doing this. This came out of nowhere.
Hello, hello.
Because
you were like, but I was like, hello.
I don't know why I did that.
Welcome to a new episode.
A new episode, a new week, a new episode.
A new welcome, I guess.
For the listeners, this is going to be very unclear, but I did like a prayer kind of thing with
like
my hands.
you had your hands in the front, and then I was like, I just.
And you were like, yeah, it was like peer pressure.
I was peer pressure to just receive you with a prayer.
Oh, funny. Oh, sorry. I think I'm gonna change my hair. That's fine. We can just keep talking. So, how was your week?
It was pretty nice. I'm excited for this weekend and rest. Do nothing.
Yeah, that's very nice.
See people, meet people. Yeah. Also, there is a friend of us, my Argentinian friend, that keep mentioning the previous episodes. Yeah. She is moving.
Yeah.
And so she's living in Amsterdam. And like I knew a long time ago and I was really happy for it, and I saw it coming like almost like a year ago. We already talked about it and all that. So I knew it was happening and I knew it was gonna happen and all that.
But now it's so close.
But now it's so close that I'm like, And actually, well, before we introduce the topic.
Oh yeah.
The drink of today.
The drink.
The mama something drink. That's how we call it.
I keep saying mama something.
It's a sparkling drink, but it has like fruities.
Yeah, you have a passion fruit one,
Yes.
and I have a mango one. Mm-hmm. You can get this at Albert Heijn. I don't know, I've been getting it sometimes because I really like it.
It's so nice. I don't like sparkling things that much, but this one...
And actually it's organic, I see now. That's not why I bought it.
This is not a sponsor, by the way. We just really like this
This is
drink.
not sponsored.
We really like this drink.
But if they want to sponsor us...
Oh, yes.
I mean, feel free to reach out.
Really happy because it's like... It has, that one is called Mango Mama and this one Passion Mama, so we always call it like the mama drink.
The mama drink.
Because
I love it. It's so cute.
Yeah. And it tastes really nice, so we're drinking that today. We're sipping that today.
That's the sip.
And then come back to my Argentinian friend.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I gonna miss her is that she is the kind of like a spontaneous friend.
Yeah.
Like I meet her, we just text me like, "How are you doing? Nothing. Oh, you wanna do something?" Like she's that friend.
Yeah.
And I introduced the thing of like this whole planning and scheduling topic.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because that's the topic of this
Because that is the topic of this week. Like just
planning.
Because it's also a very Dutch thing.
Yes.
It's a very Dutch thing to do here, to plan ahead, to use calendars to do that.
Yeah.
So once you move here, you are forced to use it.
You really are forced, yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of forced to do that. So we also want to talk about it because it's way different than in Colombia.
Yeah, exactly.
So different. So.
Exactly. So what is like the normal? What is the standard in Colombia? If you, I don't know, like let's say you have this one friend, how often do you see the friend? Or like, is it just so different that you cannot even say that?
The problem is that when I was living there, I was still in school.
Yeah, that's very different.
Yeah, so
of course, yeah.
So you see your friends
That's
kind of
very
every day,
different,
so it's very
yeah.
different. And there was only like 6 months where I was not in school anymore. And with my friends, we just like planned it with like, but in the week it's kind of like, oh, do you want to meet this weekend? And then we're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's kind of like this.
Yeah.
Or if there's an event, it's like maybe like a week before you kind of let them know.
Yeah.
Or like you kind of know that also is coming because of a birthday or something, or you talk up, or you mention like, oh, I want to do this. I will let you know when I'm gonna do it. So it's always there, but it's very vague. You don't really plan anything. It's always really spontaneous.
Yeah.
It might change different, like when you're an adult there and then you have a life and all that. But I don't know. I don't live there anymore. So that might change,
No.
but like in school it was different. It was very spontaneous
Yeah, of
too.
course. But school is different anyways.
Yeah, also my schedule was always very packed, so I really have time for nothing.
No, yeah. That's
Yeah. What about you? Like,
Interesting.
what?
Well, also one of the things that inspired me to to talk about this topic is that I do like planning and I'm also good at it, I would say. Is that I'm gonna go on a holiday in less than 10 days, but 10 days. Let's say 10 days. And I want to start packing. And whenever I say that to Tati, he's like, girl, you still have 10 days. Or like, it was already last weekend actually.
Yeah,
like, girl, you still have 2 weeks. And I'm like, I know. But the thing is, I really enjoy the packing process. That's why I like
packing.
it. I really enjoy packing. It's
Oh,
my
I hate
favorite thing in the world.
Oh, I hate packing and unpacking.
Because it is planning. Because it is planning the whole like holiday. You know, I just put open my suitcase. I have like some things already that I bought that I know I wanted to get for the holiday. So then I'm gonna start putting all those things, and I'm gonna like like really take the time to like put my shampoo in a smaller bottle, and like put it and like do that, and make sure that it's tight and I don't know.
Like the thing, like for me, like I do that like the weekend before I go.
Yeah, and that's like, because I get that,
but. So when you're planning, do you have kind of already like a list in your brain?
Yeah, I do already have a list in my
that.
brain, but I also have a list in my notes app.
Because I have that. Like when I was going to Bali, I did make a list on my phone for really specific things, like the mosquito thing, like the medicine thing. So the very specific things, I do make a list.
Yeah.
But I already have like in my brain kind of like, when I'm packing, I'm already going through like my pre-made list in my brain of like, I know I want to take these pants, these shirts. Like I already know in my head, like ahead. So also it's like, well, I don't need to pack right now. Oh, that's how I see it. I don't need to pack right now because I already know what to pack. And I just the night before just put it there and that's it.
I don't know. I think it also just stresses me out, this.
Really?
Because I do have it in my head, but then I have it in my head like multiple times until I actually put it in a suitcase. Then I can let it, like then I can, forget it. I think that's also actually the thing. Because now every time, for example, I have like, I need to buy some hair stuff. And I need to order that online, and that will take like a day or two for it to arrive. And I'm like, okay, I have to make sure that I do that on time because we're leaving on a Tuesday, and it's like there's a weekend right before, so I don't want to order it and that it's coming on Monday because what if it's not coming on Monday and then I don't have it? I have shit hair the whole holiday.
If you need,
because I'm going for 3 weeks also, like I'm going for a long holiday. That's good to mention because.
Yeah, no, it is true. I think actually. That you mentioned the distance, I think the longer the trip, I plan less.
What? Doesn't make any sense. Because actually, that's what I said. Like, it's gonna be warm there as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like the clothes that I wear now here.
Yeah, you're not gonna wear them. Yeah.
Like I'm gonna need them in the meantime or anything.
Yeah.
So that's why I can already pack. I can already pack my bikini. Like I'm not gonna use it here.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
True. Yeah, but what I mean with like long is like when it's like a short trip. I really need to like plan the outfits because then it's like, oh, I cannot carry with me because it's a short trip. I cannot carry with me that much.
Yeah.
So then I need to really plan it like, okay, I'm wearing just one pair of pants. That's okay. But then I need to change the rest. But otherwise it's like I cannot repeat outfit. So then I have that needs more planning in my head, like for me.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a long trip, then I'm like, okay, 3-4 pants, 5 shirts, and I can make outfits from it. That's what I mean with like.
But I do that even for a small trip, to be honest. I just put whatever fits. That's why I always have a big suitcase. I'm like,
that's so true. There's like how do you have that friend that like packs like 3 suitcases for like a weekend?
No, it is not that bad. No, it's not that bad. No.
Wait. We have a trip like with the girl, like the 3 of us.
The reading
in
weekend.
like
June.
In June. We'll see how many suitcases.
How many? No, I will not have 2 suitcases.
You know that we also had to pick up the car.
Yeah, but actually, it's really good to have a car. This is one of the things I thought because then we can take whatever we want.
That's also true. Okay, I do agree with that. If I have a car, There is no limit. I can bring anything. I'm fucking care.
Wait. This is going to be a very specific case because we're going to go for a reading, like a reading.
Yeah, like a cabin thing.
Weekend. Yeah. So probably we're only going to be wearing like
cozy clothes. Cozy sweatpants.
It's going to be so nice. That. I'm already looking forward to it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we also not going to like plan trip because we're not going to go out. We're just going to be in the house all the time. Maybe like a walk in the
So it's different than another kind of trip.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's different. Still,
but I will still have a...
I have the feeling you will still like have like a whole...
Yeah, because I want to take my, like, I don't know, like my hairstyle off if I need to wash it or something.
Yeah, you also need a lot for that. Well, also there's another thing, like I already have all those tiny things bags. I feel that I travel a lot or I stay in like places of like people like around like all the time that I already like have my packing things or like my traveling things like with me all the time.
Yeah.
Like I also like because I swim, then my shampoo and my conditioner, all that's already packed. So literally when I travel, I just grab that. It's already packed.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this is also something that because I'm going on a long trip, so I'm gonna take I'm gonna take big bottles of things.
Yeah, you will.
So like usually maybe that's not necessary because you can buy things there, blah blah blah. I know, but
for you need
I will not
things
find
for your
my hair stuff there. I know that because I have spent months there and I really it's not there. And then if I pack all my hair stuff, then I might as well take the shower gel and the
if you bring it already, might as well bring it all. Yeah, that's
so that's
true.
A bit my thing, and we have a big suitcase in it.
Yeah, but then you have because I have like a quick routine. And I have like
I have a list.
Full-on routine.
Like for packing yourself, you mean? Or
like when I like clean my hair and all that stuff. So when I go to travel or I go somewhere else, then I have my quick things, like the basics. And then if I go to a longer trip, then that's when I take bigger things. It depends.
Yeah, I do, but I change my hair products like quite often. So then it's also... difficult to
difficult.
For a short trip it's very difficult to see like, okay, what am I gonna take, what am I not gonna take.
Yeah, that's true.
But
is Javi also like, how is he packing and all that?
Oh no, he would pack like the night before. Nay, probably because we're leaving, I think the plane is leaving at 1 or something. Maybe he will pack that morning.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, but then actually I think he will do it the day before because he always irons everything.
Wow, that's so cute, though, but that's so unnecessary.
I know.
You two are like made for each other, honestly.
But I don't iron.
but you pack and all that weeks ahead. You have your things, he has his things, but it kind of it makes sense.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
No, really he would be ironing like the night before, like the whole night. Yeah, not the whole night, but like the whole evening. And then, but then that also stresses me out because I'm like, I don't know. Like, also, there's also other things than just clothes. It's not just clothes. Yeah, no, of course not. Like, you might as well, forget your socks or your underwear or your sunglasses. Like, or your swimming shorts or something.
Or your passport.
Sorry, your passport. Yeah.
Oh my.
So, but
yeah.
Anyways,
no, but I'm more chill.
Yeah.
But I'm also very conscious about I don't lose things. I know I'm very I know what my things are.
What are you trying to say with?
No, but I'm also very organized. There's people when they're really don't really care.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of people that I don't know where I left my passport. And I'm like,
I cannot.
And I'm like, how can you forget where you left your passport?
I have so many dreams about getting to the airport and that I forgot my passport.
Okay, but
or that I lost it, or that something's wrong with my passport. Yeah. And, it's a recurring thing for me.
Yeah, and
it's so stressful.
No, but I get it.
Yeah.
And then I said, I'm a little more chill. I can pack, I can organize, that and all that. But I'm very I'm also very organized and very conscious about the things I'm taking and all that.
Exactly. So, that's good.
So it's that's why it doesn't kind of bother me that much to pack before because I'm kind of it's I know I'm fine. I'm organized. It's all.
But
good.
I don't know how it can bother anyone. Like that's why. Like because I really genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah, this is kind of cute. I just think it's funny.
I enjoy it so much. Also because it's for me, it's like looking forward to the holiday.
To the trip, yeah. I mean, you've been looking for that for
Yeah.
like a long time.
For a long time. Yeah, let's not
Sure.
talk about it. Oh yeah, you can say it. I mean,
Because she keeps mentioning it all the time to everybody. Because it's like, oh, I'm going on holiday. And everybody's like, oh, where are you going? Which is a normal question. It's
yeah,
perfectly
exactly.
fine.
But
the thing is,
also-
like, I'm always there.
but also like I have to say that I'm gonna go for a long time.
Yeah.
Because literally for work stuff, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna be away for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like
completely
it's
fine.
not like everything there is gonna end. But you know, I have a project that I'm leading, so I feel like people need to know that that I'm gonna be out for a while.
Yeah, no, and that's
And then
completely
it's like,
fine.
oh, you're going long. Like, where are you going? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Malaysia, Singapore.
But that's the thing, is like, it's just completely fine. And then, like, also if I'm going on a long holiday, like, people will ask me, and that's, yeah, like, it's okay. The thing is, like, I feel I'm always there.
Oh yeah, you are there all the time. I don't know
Every
why.
time you have to mention your trip, I am there. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like,
I don't
"Let's
know.
go to Singapore.
Yeah,
Have you heard? Because I heard it multiple times.
yeah, I know. But I also, the thing is, I do mention it more because I'm so excited about it because I
Yeah.
haven't been back for 6 years. It's a long time.
You can mention it.
You know, they don't know yet. So I'm saying it just one more time. Funny. But anyways, talking about like a normal, because we're talking about work, like how much do you plan in like a normal week? What do you plan? Do you plan only the work stuff or?
With work, thankfully, we have our saver, the friend that I mentioned before. She is like a project manager, and she organizes our kind of timeline
Oh,
of
you
projects.
mean like really?
Yeah. So she's the one and that, but I'm also really organized too. So I always say like I'm working this in this week, and it's usually per week that I organize. And also I think with life too, I like to maybe like per week. If it's like something big that I need to book a trip or something like that, then I will do that like way ahead, and that's fine. Like I'm planning like a trip again with my Argentinian friend at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So we haven't bought anything, but we already like look where to go, where you want to go. We look like tickets, so we know around like how much would it cost, blah blah blah. We're already planning, and we're planning on going in like November.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's
that
like,
makes
but
a lot
that's
of sense.
different. That makes
Yeah.
more sense. I also like I'm in May. I'm going to my parents, and I plan that like way ahead. I'm going to Austria next week, and I was planning. I was like, the moment I knew, I'm like, okay, let's go, plan it, let's go.
Yeah.
Then I have to wait. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
just book it.
Yeah,
Let's just
exactly.
do it.
Yeah.
Why are we waiting?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, it's okay. But like I like planning those big things
Yeah.
ahead, and I don't mind planning it ahead, or at least get the basics. So if you go on a trip, at least tickets and stay book, and then the rest can wait. But at least
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
And then
And a car if necessary.
In a car if necessary. I don't drive, so I don't care
Yeah,
about
but I
that.
don't know if somebody with you, you know.
Yeah. Well, for our trip, we'd also book a car to go there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I think for traveling it makes a lot of sense because also, I don't know, tickets are also cheaper if you do it in advance.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know, you don't want to have tickets and then you cannot find accommodation or something like that can also happen.
That's true.
Like.
Can that happen?
Yes. Actually, I had it now because so we're going to Borneo as well, and we're going with my parents. But my parents were not sure for a while, like if this other person was coming or not. Blah blah. So we waited quite long with booking the accommodation, and then I found out that like in one area where we're staying, it's called basically like the Maldives of Malaysia, they call it on the internet. It's not super touristic yet, so that's a place where I really wanted to go.
Yeah.
But then there's a city there, so there you can stay, but in the city itself is like on the mainland, and there you have hotels that look fine, but they're not very nice or anything. And then you have resorts, and those are crazy expensive.
Oh.
So then I was like, maybe if we booked it like well in advance, then maybe you would have like a really nice accommodation for a good fair price.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anymore. It was also I literally booked it like last month, and we're going in 2 weeks, so it was like a month and a half in advance.
Yeah. Ooh.
So I think it was just too late. It
Yeah.
was just too late, but because I didn't have the power over it.
Yeah, you were
know?
waiting. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
So I think that can happen. We actually, one time when I was with my family traveling in Sri Lanka, we were, and I was like younger, we kind of were just like winging it. And so one day we arrived in this town, and then we tried to find a hotel that was like affordable.
Yeah.
And then there was nothing. Everything was full because there was this kind of conference or like a golf type of thing, or I don't know. Something
So
was going
full,
on.
yeah.
So everything was full. Everything that was affordable was full.
Yeah.
So then you're kind of like fucked.
Yeah, that's true. Oh. Yeah, I feel, I don't know, like booking the stay, that's like my second priority after I book the tickets.
Yeah.
Like, okay, when I was in Bali, I didn't book like my second half of my trip. I didn't book anything. Because I was like, yellow.
Yeah.
And it came out okay because I end up ending in like a hostel and I really like it. So then I used to stay there.
Yeah.
So and I just book it right away. So that was like, I think also it was kind of lucky because it's a really popular hostel and it's not that big. So the beds go like away really quick.
Yeah.
So I was really lucky. And then for when I was like coming back to, I went to another city and I also like kind of booked it right away, like a few days before. So that was lucky, but I feel it's easier to get things there because it's more touristy.
Yeah, and then
so
there's a
there's
lot.
more places
Yeah.
to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you? What do you like? Like, how is your planning? I know now traveling and ahead, but
Yeah.
at work, like with your personal life too, how do you do it?
Yeah, with work I'm just like I have a system in my head and I know how it works and other people don't know how it works. So like I don't know, but I've recently started using this project management tool and I really like it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I basically just make like a to-do list for myself every day, and then I can change the due dates if something doesn't work out that day or whatever, and then it really helps me to at least not forget things.
Yeah.
So I really like that. Because I used to just have a to-do list in my notes app, and it's different because it just doesn't have the functionalities.
Yeah.
But for the rest, in terms of work, I really like my job. Like I'm also doing like, let's say, project management mostly, I would say. And it's just like I can be very flexible if I want. You know, I can plan my meetings when it fits in my calendar or like when most people are available, blah blah. Like I really like just making it work.
Yeah, but you don't have to really plan ahead.
No, exactly. So for me, it's every time it's just like, okay, let's see what maybe this week will bring in terms of work, and then see how things go also, because I cannot always predict how things are gonna go. And in my just in life, I plan a lot. I think in general, also with my family, for example, I have something planned on this Sunday. Then for the next weekend, is also I have something planned every day of the weekend, next weekend too. But I have to say, I don't always like it.
Yeah.
Because it's been it's very difficult for me to just find a day where I have nothing.
Yeah.
And I really want that. So I'm also really looking forward to the holiday because we don't plan.
Yeah.
Like when we're there, once we're there, we don't plan anything.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So you can also rest and be like, oh, I can do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I feel that before, I don't know why, I was so busy. I literally had every single day I had something.
Yeah.
And at some point I was like, I just really want to sit at home and do nothing.
It can feel so overwhelming, I think, for me at least.
And when I was saying at the beginning, when you move here in the Netherlands, because all your friends are planning ahead and all that, then you also start planning ahead.
You kind of have to.
So you have friends that you want to meet them, then you have to talk with them a month before, because then they already have stuff to do, already planned.
Yeah.
So then you have to plan ahead. But I feel that lately I've been I don't know, we've been very chill.
Yeah.
then like we plan like maybe like if we have something 2 weeks in advance, but usually like on the week we like even even with the podcast we kind of like, oh, we have to record this week, or we just say that like, oh, we have to record the week, oh yeah, maybe this day, and then that day we meet.
Yeah, exactly. But I also really like it. Yeah.
We also live very close, so it's pretty easy to do that.
It is super easy. Yeah.
So then that is nice. But I like that like I like planning like certain things, but then I like to have flexibility for it.
Yeah.
But also I do have like a very set schedule. Like I have my days that I go to work.
Yeah.
I have my days that I go like and do sports. And,
yeah, true.
And those
you have
stay those stay pretty consistent. Because
I
also
don't
like I
have
have to book that in advance. Like
yeah.
for swimming there is certain like it's like you have these spots. So I need to like find the spot that it works from work and all that.
Yeah, for your schedule.
Yeah. So then because of that, then I have those days. They're like, oh, that's my swimming day.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of knows that. So it's like,
yeah,
oh.
exactly.
But it's not that late. I swim from 5 to 6. So
yeah, you can still do something after that.
I can do something afterwards. So that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't have that. So I do have days where I always work from home and where I work in the office, generally, and and then, but for Pilates or for like workout classes, it's not structured. Like I just see, okay, what's gonna work for me this week, and I also very often change it.
Yeah.
Like I do it maybe one day later or like one day before, or I move it from the night to the morning or whatever.
Yeah, there are certain classes that I do like, and they're usually the same one every week. So like I go to those, or like try to plan ahead to go to those.
Yeah.
But I also like it that it's very flexible, so I can switch it and go on. So like Pilates is more flexible than for me for swimming.
Yeah.
Because also swimming has like a specific hours, and it really sometimes I like, it's like at 1 p.m. I'm like, I literally cannot.
Yeah.
So like then it's more planning. But with Pilates it's very chill because it's always in the afternoons or in the mornings, or I can go in the weekend. I don't like swimming the weekend because they have long distance and that's.
Yeah, well, that also, I really like to go to Pilates on a Saturday.
Yeah, I've been going on a Saturday, like lately, like every Saturday. And it's like such a like, because I don't have to wake up that early, it's not that early.
No, exactly.
So I'm not like, because I don't work in the mornings. Some people know that. My brain just doesn't work in the mornings. So then like, I'm still like good and sleep and I go and it wakes me up. And I still have the rest of the Saturday to do things.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm like, and then I go home, I chill, have a long breakfast.
Yeah.
So I like that routine.
Yeah, me too. I do notice that if I do that on a Saturday, then most likely I'm gonna take a nap in the afternoon because it makes me very tired.
Yeah, you make me tired. Like I was an athlete all my life, so like this is normal. This is like, but also I feel that NASA realized it, that because I was an athlete and I have such a tight schedule and all that, I got used to that.
Yeah.
So also if I don't work out or if I don't do any kind of sports, I feel like I'm like, what am I doing in my life?
Yeah.
Pointless. Like I feel not productive at all if I don't have something sport-wise in my week.
Yeah, I get it.
Like I need to move.
Yeah. No, I get it. I completely get it. So another question also is like, that I came up with is like, if you had a personal assistant, what would they do for you? Or like, what would you delegate to them?
I know you like show me the question and I was like, this is a good question, and then I was like,
I don't have an answer.
I don't have an answer for that. Yeah. Because I feel that my life is not that busy, so it's like I wouldn't need that.
No.
Honestly.
But like, is there anything that you think is really annoying to plan?
No, I like planning too. I enjoy that.
Yeah, I think.
Like, this is like maybe like a side question of like, when you planning trips, do you do it on your computer or on paper?
Oh, that's a good
one.
one.
And like when you book things, this is like a whole dilemma that I saw like in TikTok, that apparently millennials cannot book big things on the phone.
This is well, it's really funny because when we were booking the tickets for this trip, I was in the office and I was doing it on my phone.
Ugh.
I know. I also never do that, but I found really good tickets, and I just wanted to do it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did have the tickets already for like in my mind for a while with this price, and I was like, okay, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to Javi, and we saw each other in the office, and then it was like, okay, let's just do it then.
Yeah.
And so we did it.
Oh, that's so weird.
I know, it was so weird because we were doing it, and then we were saying it, and then there was a colleague, and she was like, that's such a Gen Z thing to do, to book your big trip, like, on a phone. And I was like, I would never do it. Like, usually I would do it on a desktop.
Yeah.
And I wrote down the itinerary. With a pen on paper.
Yeah, I cannot, like, when I plan trips, I cannot do it on my phone.
No.
Like, I cannot. I did, like, when I was sitting with my friend planning the trip that we want to do at the end of the year. We, like, I literally put down, like, we were, like, looking in the map in one side, and then where will be the cheapest ticket, and, like, we, like, and I was, like, write it down, okay, from here to here, this date is this price. Like, I was write it down, and then at the end we found something, then I took a screenshot, sent it to her, so we both have it. But that I cannot. Even last year when we were doing it.
I did the same. And I did the same for my parents.
Yeah, and you did the same for me. Remember when I was planning my trip to Bali?
Yeah.
You literally write down, and I was like, write down.
Yeah. Because then you can, I don't know, you can just make it how you have it in your mind, like the dates, the flights, the accommodations, all of it in one thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I love it. but then I cannot do that in my phone. I can look for things in my phone, but I cannot
like put it all together.
Yeah, I could never buy tickets on my phone through my phone. I can't. I've never done that. I don't think I could ever. Never.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah,
it was actually fine.
Wow. I mean, you are younger than me.
I was very impressed by myself. I never do that because it also seems like it's something that's not serious, but it feels very serious.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why.
But that's also kind of silly that it feels so serious. Like it's a flight. Like
It's so silly, but I don't know. Okay, I book accommodations on my phone.
Yeah, but okay, so you do have to keep in mind, like, when I did this, I did, like, tons of research before.
On the laptop.
So I already had the specific flights with the specific times that I wanted. Like,
okay.
So like it was just a book and pay and...
Half Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot. Like, that's a big purchase. That's a laptop thing to do.
No, true. It is. It is. Okay, let's end with the dilemma.
Yeah.
So, would you rather have every single minute planned out, or never be allowed to plan anything and just go with the flow?
I don't know, because I do like be spontaneous.
Yeah.
And have the opportunity to change things, but I also do love plan things. Like, I like organizing things and like
me too,
and all that.
Yeah, me
and
too.
But everything that I organize is never like fully planned. You know, like if I book a trip and it's like, oh, I book a trip and then I will see what I do. Oh, I like to do this, then I will see which day do I do it. Like, it's not that exact. That I feel I will like just to be more spontaneous. I think I will give up the planning.
Yeah. Painful. Yeah, I kind of have the same, because honestly, also it's not possible in this life. Let's say with like work and stuff, like you have to plan. Yeah. Like in this society, it's not possible to
living in the Netherlands is impossible not to plan ahead.
But I would like to. I think I would prefer to go with the flow. If it was possible, then I would prefer that.
Yeah.
I think
me too.
I don't know. I don't know if I can really like unwire my brain though, because I'm so used to it.
Yeah, to plan it.
Yeah.
And I love to do that too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. But
me too.
Yeah, I feel that also by not planning and not having everything just write it down, it also takes that pressure of like having everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because, for example, you have this plan, and then, for example, you wanted to go to this restaurant, to this place, and the restaurant is closed, or something happened to the restaurant, and then what if like, oh, I was planning exactly this, blah blah. But if you remove that feeling, then you kind of like, oh well, another restaurant there is.
Yeah. I honestly, I really don't like when like people planned like every hour, for example, or like every half an hour. I'm like, if I see that in the calendar, then I'm like so overwhelmed.
Oh yeah.
Right away, when I see like all those blocks, I'm like, no.
Oh, I know my my team lead. She was first of all, she was proclaiming that, oh, you haven't mentioned me in your podcast.
Yeah.
Now I'm
so now
me.
she's being mentioned.
She, like, when you look at her calendar, it was mayhem. But now she's booking, like, if she needs to work on something, she blocks that, so nobody can book meeting like with her on that.
Yeah.
And I think that was so smart. So now I'm like doing that for certain projects. So like I booked this day to work on this. So I was like, cannot book any other meeting. So then actually can sit and work.
Yeah.
And then that makes so much sense. But then you can see that my calendar is full, but it's like, well, it's a little more flexible. But I'm like, I need to focus, so don't bother me.
But that's different.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But yeah, I know, like, to do that and then like to book a meeting with her is like, it's also impossible because it's like you're too busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. So if you need time, you block focus time.
Yeah.
And then you focus.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that was it for this week.
Please subscribe. Like, leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment.
People who listen to the podcast. I know people are listening to the podcast because we can see.
We can see it.
But
so
leave a comment or whatever. Like, we're cool.
No pressure.
Yeah.
But say something.
And also, like, tell us, like, what else topics do you want to, like,
that's a
hear?
very good one.
So it also helps us to bring our topics. And yeah, see you next week then.
See you next week.
Doei.
Bye.